Yeni, welcome to Talk Talk, where we talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about trending issues, celebrity gossips, entertainment news, who they talk what, who they this who say what cried and they talk. We day here, we go talk about them. For today, Kwame Eugene is in the news, and Chief Justice has also put out a letter, something very interesting. My name is Selvin, as usual. Mepa Ocho say obeja comments comment section asia mami na wasa wako YouTube Lotus TV na wako subscribe ya manye uko TikTok so a talk ye wo ko follow ye wo na mebusiane ntumi ni mbom anu me talk. Okay, so today what do we have here? You see, suicide and your crime bill. Suicide and your crime bill. Chief Justice, Honorable Lady Chief Justice, or the letter about magistrate courts say from Echo. Actually, the letter is dated 18th October 2024. From 18th October, Echo suicide and your crime bill. But I also just say Obin Konongo Kunu. I mean, no matter the outcome, biano. Meaning that's all. What I say, Okunwa. And no one saw Vishi. Maybe you feel so Okunwa. And no, but. And that's so there has been a lot of great people in history. But later no, they were victorious. No matter whatever you're going through, later on that was screen this maybe to all circuit court judges and magistrates, and heading here, decriminalization of attempted suicide in Ghana. I go on to read. I have been directed by the Honorable Lady Chief Justice to notify all circuit court judges and magistrates that attempted suicide has been decriminalized by the Criminal Offences Amendment Act 2023 Act 1092. She further directed me to inform you that with the amendment of Section 57 of the Criminal Offences Act 1960 Act 29 and Section 95 of the Mental Health Act 2012 Act 546 by Act 1092. Persons who attempt suicide are no longer liable for prosecution or conviction. Circuit court judges and magistrates are to take note for compliance. Please accept the compliments of the Honorable Lady Justice. And when the letter Chief Justice Ankasa Emma Troy Command other courts, the magistrates, other judges, the magistrates, as at 18th October 2024, the suicide and your crime bill. I feel one thing in Africa, everybody, when someone tries to commit suicide, like it doesn't even make sense. It's say mentally he is not in the right frame of mind. And I will save not still it's it's your best friend, they say you trust her anymore, your crime bill. It's a pamachowa will be committed suicide. Mamu famu sankan, yes, because the court could say any crime bill, then we should all try our best to love each other, show each other love and support. I don't talk a friendly SLV. I try to say for I don't talk, but more than a comments or comment section or no mammy. Na mami who wadwin wo suicide way asem way hu send out failure one is this a good call o feel say or say government need more when it comes to mental health in yama chewaji your comment section mami after so you call your bra Kwame Eugene so after your brother an accident no somewhere early this year. He's been around, but a few times when you accident in the unshed can the one same will be biabium and say she or no kasa but I say I am the way he's doing well. I releasing you now the day. He's doing well. Now when 2 days ago, go PM war Yebra Penny and the Dusty show no say daybreak hits. Now hono and Kwame Eugene never be elaborating or be chemu di see airport accidents ne buy baby no free ni baby no oko the man no far baby oko far ye ne po accidents ne see nti ye hwe kakra bra sisi a.
What happened?
Charlie, it was serious. So Andy, it was serious. It was serious. It happened literally just here.
Let's take it one by one. Where were you going?
Okay, so I went to see my mommy because I go to my mom every Sunday.
Okay.
So I have to drive all the way from East Legon to Ablekuma to her house. We met, we had fun, the entire family was around, we spoke. And heading back home, I had a call from this new artist. He's been on my neck for about, I can say 2 years. So I've been seeing his messages, but I was always on the low with him. I don't reply and all. And finally, I can tell he's getting some buzz because he's rapping and on TikTok, everybody is loving what he's doing. And I'm actually loving what he's doing as well from afar. So he called me that very instant and he told maybe he thought I won't still do it. So he called a friend of mine that is very close to me that will call Kwame that. And I said, you know what? I'm going back home from my mom's place, but I have one studio in Achimota. I could just pass there and do the verse for him and I'll head back home. So that's what took my time. I drove from my mom's place to the studio. They all came, about 15 of them. I had to call my manager to come around because me in my studio, no more doors with him. About 15 of them. We were chilling, everything. We did the song. I actually did the verse for him. The song was banging. Cool. And they said, okay, fine, we're all going home. And everyone was just leaving. And there's this one guy. He lives at Achimota. And Obie Janeho. So he's now trying to put together how to get an Uber. And I asked him, if I drop you at Achimota overhead, will you be okay? He said, oh, Daddy, I'll get a car to Achimota. And I'm like, okay, cool, let me drop you there. Because that's not my route at all. I normally use some
other routes, don't mention. Oh, that's fine.
Other routes, yeah.
Right. Yes, sir.
And because he wanted me to drop him, I just dropped him there. And I used this route for the very first time going home. So it's the route from the Papaya there. You come, you make a U-turn, and you join the N1.
Right.
So luckily for me, joining the route, the N1 road to the pavement is actually
the fork. How does it say? The GPS says turn on the fork.
It's actually few meters away. That was my luck. Because imagine I was coming from La Paz.
It would have been straight.
Almost 12 a.m. Highway.
Free.
No car. 12 a.m. No car. And I'm heading towards East Legon. And so I just joined the lane and I stepped on it. So I just after the overhead, and there's just two big lights on
those flashlights. What at all are they doing there?
So apparently, after this whole thing, they said they are cameras.
Oh,
yes, that's what the police said. The police said they are cameras, And so they turned it off after my my incident.
No, they're still
yeah,
on.
I came back 2 days ago and it's back on.
Yeah, it's still on. And
yes.
and I just don't know how they can easily blind you.
It's intense. It's intense. So I mean I'm using my Range Rover, so the light is very good. I had my headlights on because I'm on a highway. But you know when a beam of light is meeting another beam of light and a new mortal being, it's just that loud. So I just have to go past the overpass, and then
sped off.
Yes.
Ebusuya nti Kwame Eugene na Martin Kano na ade ba ko kan ya me ankasa me so ha me ni say o kan asem bi fa light akese mienu o se me san bi e wo N1 no so free achimata overhead abele mpe honum na o kojo wulu a bibi accident ni see no sa light na no ye din na it will flash when you say o drive here it will flash when you so na one shot also sit ase honum so ye highway inti according to Kwame Eugene honum no fire na light no told in so but or say as any CVA police for buy and almost say omo cameras no mo dey monitor nyama. I mean cameras no here but driver for no so na you use to route no so you say here and say I don't know if they can minimize the potency of that light because light no a flashing a corner but too much it's here also Kwame Eugene so can say already concerned about how as I would drive anajo Ghana is stressful with regards to street lights, and he is very right. Street lights, Ghana most any juma. The any juma the crown depending on where you find yourself, but most any juma, or drive anajo be biya soon. This is something that needs to be talked about. This is something that needs to be looked at. Inti Mosasu raising sa honum so yango share video in Brazil.
I didn't see anything because you know how difficult it is to drive in the evening here in Ghana because lights do number.
Now for so yentie the elaboration on how accident na kasa see yango share no sombra.
Right after the overpass, the car was parked right after the overpass. See, the light was hitting my eye. I just needed to go down the overpass and then I move away from the light. Right after I moved down the overpass, there was this car in front of me.
Was it parked?
It was parked. It was parked actually.
Was there any warning sign?
So nothing. He says that he was actually there, but he was going slow. And I had my camera guy sitting on the right hand on the passenger seat. And that's somebody's son. So this was what actually broke my fist. Immediately I saw the car, I had to turn his side away from the entire crash because Obiba, and he's used to not putting on belt. So anytime we sit in the car, I say, belt. I do that all the time. So he's used to not putting on belt. And that instant, the only thing I was thinking of is, what if on board belt, now the way people, because me board belt, obe PF can. So I had to use my side. That's why my side was damaged and his side was okay. I had to use my side. So I turned the car all the way. So the impact whilst holding the steering is what broke the hand. Because I was still trying to move him away from the entire thing. And that's what broke my hand. So the first thing I did was I got out of the car and the adrenaline. I got out of the car, stood on the pavement for a while, and I calmed. I didn't even realize blood was oozing.
Inti yabra Kwame Eugene person say accident in CVA na driver the person fanfully and I gonna for say wa oni fanfully dey be yam of fefe because obi a wo cause accident na wo di panesi we see Africa accident is now ubaya. You could see as a driver the car.
I went to the driver and I was like,
oh my dear, why?
Charlie. And he was like, oh. Me tell you more. Yeah, oh, yeah, never do myself.
So what I say, inti when you na here, what cause accidents? I'm a nipa de pra. We see how so catch say now we see you know. But anyway, that's just by the way. Inti when the answer man, your brother Kwame Eugene the two guy. Na say he is doing okay now, and he is able to talk about it because even talking about it like this, you know, it's part of the healing process. And you know, we thank God for his life and how far God has brought him. Now, one last thing I Kwame can catch my attention here. I can say, car no that particular accident, no. And even if he would want to buy a new car on to Range Rover Beamer, now on top Vela, that type of car or the accident. Now, Yebra Penny and those who said about the Bains here, and also trauma.
So what happened to the car? Hasn't been repaired or is beyond
okay,
repair?
so they're saying they can repair it,
okay.
but
it will break an arm and a leg.
I don't see that car no more. Crap.
Really?
No, I don't see that Range Rover. Crap.
Why?
Trauma. I don't know. If I see that car, I just they say, oh, we can repair it. You better any nini now for me. Say more baby crap. Yeah, I don't see that car. I don't see that car. And if I'll buy a Range Rover, it won't be a Vela. Crap. Maybe it will be sports or something because that Vela experience, it's a luxury car, but then again, I don't know.
Yeah, trauma there, that's how it gets you. So the car in accident that even after that, you would need some kind of psychological help. And yes, utina car move cry. Or come to me too son. It's not trauma, but like I said, him coming out to speak about it, you know, it helps. It's all part of the healing process. Man who are tono. It's baby, ye bra Kwame Eugene will be no. You wishing the world, your bumpire said, Yami, and healing you now on your fully fit. Now, or your assets, my na. I had me a talk, a friend yourself, Patroa, Jao comments or comment section on my Nako. YouTube, Lotus TV, nako follow ye wo follow page we so Facebook oko talk so aye wo na jaw comments na ebusuani nyina ye ni boom if me yourself I hana me no be see I'm out. Yeni